Hi, superstars. It is time for English, and we are going to read a story, and it's called From Here to There. Before we read, I want you to remember that you can confirm, you can make, and you can revise predictions during listening or reading. Let's look at the stagecoach here. This is called a stagecoach right here. What things today do you think that take place of a stagecoach? Maybe cars, buses, or trains? The people used to travel on stagecoaches a long time ago. Let's look at this right here. This is called a heading. It says long ago. Now, this is an informational text, and it often gives us information in the form of headings. So this heading is telling us that we will be learning about how people traveled a long time ago. All right, let's listen to the story.
Time for kids. From here to there. Here is a look at how people traveled long ago and how we travel today. Long ago. Many years ago, people traveled in stagecoaches pulled by horses. The trip was slow and uncomfortable.
All right, so again, this is called a stagecoach. Can you say stagecoach? So it's a picture of a stagecoach. How is travel by bus or car today different from how people traveled in stagecoaches? Well, in buses and cars, people have their own seats. Look at how crowded the stagecoach is. And the stagecoach was really bumpy. So today in our cars and in buses or trains, the ride is a lot smoother and more comfortable.
Next, people traveled by train. The ride was not comfortable. Then along came the car. At first, very few people traveled in cars. The roads were bumpy and full of dust. Before long, some people were traveling in small, noisy airplanes. The airplanes could not go far, however. Today. Today, many people use cars to get from place to place. Now cars are fast and comfortable. The roads are good too. People also travel by bus. Buses hold more people than a stagecoach ever could.
All right, so let's look over here again. This is a heading and it says today. This heading tells us that we will learn about how people travel today. So we can compare the information under the long ago heading to learn how travel has changed. How do you think families from long ago traveled on a trip? They used a stagecoach and they started having cars and trains, but they're a lot different now. So, how do you think people will be traveling in the future? Do you see how things have changed? Think about the future when you're grown up. How do you think people will travel? All right, let's continue.
People also take the train to work or on longer trips. The train is clean, comfortable, and fast. Some people fly in jumbo jets. Jets take us to faraway places without stopping. They are quieter and have more room than the planes from long ago. How do you like getting from here to there?
So, let's look at the trains and the planes here. So, they're different today from long ago. Do you know how they're different? How were trains long ago? Trains long ago had smoke coming out of them and they caused a lot of pollution, and the ones today don't. Planes today are larger than planes long ago also. Let's go to your reading companion. We're on page 87 in your close reading companion. From here to there. How does the author help you know this page is about the past? Circle the clues. So let's look at the picture. How do you know this picture is from the past? Well, there's a stagecoach. Do we use stagecoaches today? No, so that's one clue. So you have the stagecoach and the horses and the people. All right, now here is long ago. Many years ago, people traveled in stagecoaches pulled by horses. The trip was slow and uncomfortable. So let's go back and read about long ago. The author is telling us about the past because we're going to go back and check. So if we look here on page 34, how does the author help you know that this page is from the past? And we can even look at page 33. Well, the author uses time words like many years ago and long ago. And the illustrations show us, right? So what's the difference about these two pages? We have page 34 and 35. So here's 34 and here's 35. 34 shows old cars, old trains, and it looks like an old automobile, right? The colors aren't too bright either. If we look on page 35, it shows new cars and buses, and the colors are bright and they show newness because the pictures that we take today are much better. So why does the author have a new heading on page 35? There's a new heading up here because the author is going to talk about how people travel today instead of long ago. So we're back to page 87. So the author is telling us about the past because. How can you tell the author is telling about the past? We said the pictures and the words also. So if you look at the words, these words say many years ago. Another clue would be pulled by horses because we don't travel that way anymore unless we're going horseback riding, right? And long ago, of course, the heading. Okay, so down here, let's complete this sentence. The author is telling us about the past because the words and the pictures tell us. So over here, you're going to write the words and the pictures. Tell us. And don't forget your punctuation. All right, let's turn to the next page. Let's look at page 88. Is this train from today or long ago? Circle clues and write words about it. So does this look like a train from long ago or from today? It's a train from today. So this is a fast Japanese train and it's waiting on a platform. So that is a modern train. We can go look and see what the trains looked like before, just to compare. So it's always good to go back and look at the story or informational text. That way you can learn more. Look at what the trains looked like before. Do you see the smoke coming out of them? That caused a lot of pollution. And look at the shape and the design of the trains long ago. They're very different. So let's go back and look at page 88. So the trains of today look sleeker, they look more modern, and they look more comfortable. So you can write some words about the trains from today. You can use whatever words that you want to describe it. And again, don't worry about spelling. I want you to try and think of some words to describe trains of today. And you can look at the old trains to compare. All right, now down here it says this train is what? Is it from the past or is it from today? It is from today. And that means these days, not literally today, but from the days that we live in. So it's from today. All right, superstars, don't forget your name and date on each page. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.